Alright, so I realized I was blowing into my mic, and hopefully I'm not now. Hopefully it's not too quiet. It probably just changed in volume a little bit. That actually looks really quiet. I'm really sorry for anything wrong with this. Awkward settings I'm trying to fix it ahead of time instead of just uploading because I'm lazy and don't want to re-record and things like that. It's 2v1 on PTR. I'm very sorry if I'm blowing into my mic. I don't think I am. I don't see any like jumps in the audio recording, so I shouldn't be. If I am, sorry. I'm not re-recording this like a 7th time. Fuck you all. But first thing is spinning fire blossom. Actually, I guess that's more the weapon chain thing. Monks didn't need a weapon chain before because spinning fire blossom was a spammable damage ability, and you could still generate what you with jab. It doesn't actually lock out your abilities. It still doesn't, but it does reduce their damage. So you need a weapon chain because it's weapon damage scaling thingamajigger. It doesn't say it is. It is. I promise. Or at least it will be because it's in the patch notes. I don't know if it's technically in on live at this point. I do hit this DK with like a 80k spinning fire blossom, and it hits really hard now. Probably because of the way they changed it, but unfortunately it means you don't get double enchants. You just put one on your offhand, making dual wield infinitely better than it already was. Dual wield already thrashed two-hander. Now it's just given because you get a free weapon enchant as opposed to not having one at all. The reason, I think I mentioned this, is certain classes were okay without a weapon chain. Monks being one of them for spinning Fire Blossom. DKs are for two reasons. One, 15% strength is like getting 15% agility. It's such a retarded enchant compared to anything else you could possibly get that it's actually worth getting full disarm for pretty much by itself because it adds so much damage. On the other hand, even as a DK, if you get full disarmed, you still have Death Coil and Icy Touch, which are attack power scaling as opposed to raw damage. Granted, they're not anywhere near the nukes they used to be, but especially now, if you disarm a DK, there's a pretty good chance you're just going to get spam purged instead, and he's not going to care. Obviously, the value of purge varies if you get off tidal waves or some shit that's useless. It doesn't mean all that much, but if you get off bop, it's 100% of your other teammates' damage if you're playing a melee cleave. So the value of purge drops, but the point being, it'll do its full damage regardless of disarm, and it is utility. So, you know, there's stuff they can do when they're disarmed. With the nerf to monks, or the semi-nerf to spinning Fire Blossom, I will do a video after this, like tomorrow, showing you what I mean. I actually have some of the footage recorded. Then I realized that the EU server that Orc was on, which you can't buy a PvP trinket, so I got on the Orc because it has more mastery on it, so I could actually get probably the biggest crit. I'm not sure what's going to be more valuable, mastery or whatever, but I never actually crit it, but it hits obscenely hard. And I did it in an arena match. Like, it's not just me dicking around with God procs in every possible scenario, like some other one-shot video, whatever you want to see. It's just sort of, that's what it hits for. Probably not going to be that hard, and I try to do it in the sense of, if people are going to complain. You know, if people are going to complain about monk damage, it's going to be mastery stacking human monks or like Orc with the full mastery thing. Looks like I ran too short on clips, so maybe not. If they're going to complain about monk damage, I'm sure you'll see like X monk hit me for XYZ damage, and it's going to be a human or possibly an Orc or any sort of horde with the mastery trinket, and they're going to be stacking full mastery, which personally, I hope that didn't just lag for you guys. It did on my screen. Personally, I think is really stupid. I'm just testing it to see where it stands, but in terms of overall damage, mastery is going to be pretty low. But in terms of the burst, like when I log on that said Orc, I made full mastery because it's a different character. I have 47% increased damage when I pop a 10 stack of Tiger's Eye Brew. That's such a stupid amount of damage. Then you look at having an on-use trinket, a Dancing Steel proc, a Blood Fury in there, and it's just like the biggest Mongo damage. It's hysterical. And then just flat damage scaling from Rising Sun Kick with another 15%. You guys may think about that as nothing because, well, you always have it. They nerf art damage by 50%, they give it a debuff, but the way it scales with other abilities just makes it a little ridiculous. You'll see what I mean, too. I'll give you a little example. It hits for 300k on training dummies if you crit, with everything up. And obviously you don't always have everything up, but it hits really hard. Anyway, that's the weapon chain thing. Because of the nerf to nerf slash buff to Spinning Fire Blossom, you need a weapon chain. You don't have a GCD filler anymore. You could choose to be manly without one, or have two offhands, one with a weapon chain, one with Dancing Steel, and swap them out depending, like if you face this team. This is live, I'm sorry, I ran out of games. And apparently I talked far longer than what I expected because I could have just cut this short there. The previous recording. So, like for this team, obviously I don't need a weapon chain, I could run Dancing Steel. But it's not going to be a huge loss, especially because there's going to be a weapon chain enchant that's like 2 or 400 resilient slash PvP power, which is pretty damn good. I also play like trash this game. Like, what the fuck was that? It's not even a full sap. What was I doing? And then I missed my leg sweep. Wow, why am I even showing this game? I need to delete this shit. What the fuck? Absorb, absorb. Come on, do damage. 27k. Yeah. That's with unused Blood Fury and Zon and a Dancing Steel. Yeah, that's kind of pathetic damage. Oh my god. Let me drag. Wow! I'm really dragging fucking Cloak onto my bars. Why am I showing this game? I re-recorded this once and then realized it was blowing into my mic when I checked it, so I have to re-record it, and then I'm not going to worry about editing it too much. Because hopefully this is somewhat entertaining, because you see I make the stupidest mistakes that I normally don't show because, well, let's be honest. After what I've done so far this match, we should lose. We really should lose. I don't know how we actually win now that I think about it. Apparently we hit mages really hard with a Marks Hunter, but like, they have like Mage Holy Pally. Those are semi-good classes, and then they have a Tremor Totem. So, I would say they're better off, if not equal, to us, and I fucked up. So, yeah, I did say Marks Hunter. Marks Hunter. Not some fucking Beast Mastery tryhard. Marks Hunter. So I don't know how we win this game. We shouldn't win this game unless they play awfully. No, he grounded the trap. That wasn't awful. He got into a fucking stun. Into a possibly fear. Save? Save? I saw you standing right there. What the hell was that? Is that a full sap? That's a full sap. Huh. We are beasts. Oh, that's Ascension. That's kind of scary. Ugh. I hate how many globes it takes to get out of a root if you don't have chi. Can't wait for PTR, man. It's gonna be the best. Wow, did I just roll in Flying Serpent Kick? Jesus. I suck at this game. What am I doing? And instantly Trinket the second it comes off cooldown. Oh my god. This is awful. MD the Bop. Is he dead here? He's dead. Okay. Yeah. Wow. You don't know how disgusted I am by my own play this game. Fuck. Anyway. That's the weapon chain thing on PTR. And a very depressing threes game. Yeah. Thanks for watching, I guess. Bye. I will do a video on Spinning Fire Blossom next. I just had to re-record this, forgot what I said, and, yeah. I was trying to explain the weapon chain thing. Because I don't want the Spinning Fire one to go on for like an hour.